Hello, nerds watching all over the internet. It is Thursday night. It is May 23rd. Yeah, Thursday night, May 23rd, and we're here for another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind.
Yahoo!
That's right, folks. Another fun Thursday night to talk about all the spectacular things happening in the world of professional wrestling. We're talking about matches, segments, surprise debuts, surprise returns, new champions crowned, and news breaking out in the world of social media. And guiding you through this journey is your host. I'm Jose Casabona. I am also the host, the founder, the content manager, and executive producer of the Ravens Flock. And on behalf of everyone on this channel, we appreciate all of you tuning in tonight. And joining behind the camera is the host of the Black Files, my entire partner for Wrestle Wrewind, the man who puts in the hours behind all the videos on this channel every single week, Mr. King of the Ring, Mr. Juan Arauz.
When did I win the King of the Ring? Cool. Thank you for that introduction, Zay. Did you ever forget the Mister? When did I win the King of the Ring?
Well, there was this one time back in 2001. I think you may have thrown Shane McMahon through a glass spot at one point.
That wasn't me. That was Kurt Angle.
And I'm happy that you got it. Be very careful with Juan, especially when handling glass.
Yeah, seriously. It makes a body good.
And of course, folks, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know you're here to rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism to become full-time YouTubers. Since 2013, we've been working to make your voice our mission, and in order for us to continue being able to do that without having to worry about our day-to-day lives and our 9-to-5 jobs, we're going to need your help in order to make this channel our full-time job. With your continuing support, we can and will succeed. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your input, your feedback, and your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel to suit your tastes and needs. Hey, up over here in the chat, we got Nikki Bella, Vicente Guerrero, and Jeannie Rick in the chat so far. We know that we got some stragglers, we know that we got some lurkers. Don't be shy, we've had our shots, at least I hope we have, but pray tell, Jose, exactly what is it that we do here on Wrestle Rewind?
Here on Wrestle Rewind, we review 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Now, folks, we are just days away. We are 3 days away from AEW's Double or Nothing. It'll be the official 5-year anniversary of their inaugural pay-per-view event that started all the way back in 2019 at the height of their popularity. Well, at the rise of their popularity. Their height of their popularity was in 2021.
Well, that's true. Well, actually, yeah. Well, was it?
CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, Adam Cole.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, Double or Nothing is coming this Sunday, and we do have a go-home show to talk about on AEW Dynamite. They definitely threw a whole bunch of things onto the wall, and they certainly ended it on a crazy note, which we will get to soon enough. And we also have some exciting matches building up for TNA Wrestling's Against All Odds pay-per-view and NXT Battleground. So, let's not waste any more time and let's jump into the review. Juan, ring that bell!
Don't mind if I do. Where's the bell? There it is. Wait, hold on a minute. We can't ring our bell yet.
Why? What are we lacking? What are we missing?
Well, isn't it obvious? We're like, look, we ran late over here. We were losing our minds. We need a little pep in our step. We need to be revitalized, and we need our energy.
Oh, you are absolutely correct, my esteemed my esteemed behind-the-scenes colleague. That's right, folks. The Ravens Flock channel is a proud partner of Glitch Energy, the ideal beverage for all geeks and nerds to keep your bodies vitalized and supercharged, no matter what activity you're doing during the day. And if you go on to their website, they have a variety of flavors to choose from their line of energy blends and their hydration blends, which is called Revive.
The smart energy blend that Glitch Energy has perfected keeps you awake and alert with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. But the most important part about all this is that not only does it taste good, it tastes great.
That's right. You see, Nutritional needs are good and all, but I want something that leaves a long-lasting impression on my taste buds, okay? If we don't like it, we don't buy it.
Exactly. And again, head to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel to get 20% off of your order. Thank you very much to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You need to take a good long look at the mirror and think about your lives, because what the heck are you doing pairing up with us scoundrels?
Also, hang on a minute. We have someone called the Resident Evil AMC on our chat?
Hey up there, Resident Evil AMC. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Vicente Guerrero is also letting us know the only bad part about this review on being on May 23rd is that it's been 25 years since the tragic passing of the late great Owen Hart. Rest in peace.
Yes, that is right. Unfortunately, this month is a historical month for good and bad. It is the birth month of the late Owen Hart, but unfortunately, it is also the same month in which Owen Hart passed away in WWE in the WWF Over the Edge pay-per-view back in 1999.
Yeah, and today was that day, 25 years to the date, and that was really sad. But we're not going to let ourselves get dragged down into sadness. Owen wouldn't want that. And Resident Evil AMC says that he subscribed for us. Thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And Vicente is also saying, Juan and Jose help take the bad memories away from any bad in wrestling with the usual great reviews on all three shows. We appreciate it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Thanks, Vicente. Oh, man, that is so cool. You know what? That really warms me up. I really appreciate that. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Actually, before we get to it, I do want to make a quick announcement right now. I just recently read up on social media that the other half of the WWE tag team, the Viking Raiders, Ivar, is currently out of action right now due to an injury that they've been working on for a while, and they're going to be shelved for quite some time. And also, Eddie Kingston from AEW has also been sidelined with a devastating injury under a torn ACL and a torn meniscus, and they'll be out of action for over a year. So we here in the Ravens Flock channel would like to wish Ivar and Eddie Kingston a full, speedy recovery.
Seriously, especially considering that Eddie's going to be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, that really sucks. That really, really sucks. Ugh. All right, now that being said, ring that bell.
There we go.
All right, so we're going to start things off with WWE NXT as we're still trying to fill in slots for the six women ladder match for the NXT's Women's North American Championship, and that tournament continues with a one-on-one match between two ladies who are looking to really destroy each other, representing Chase Yu, Thea Hale versus Fallon Henley, representing the barn, or the bar, or...
No, she's not representing anything anymore. She dropped her boys. She's not doing any team up with the guys anymore, and she's striking out on her own. She's being an a-hole, whereas Thea Hale, she's just the wonderful Genki girl she's always been, and Lord Almighty... I'm super psyched for her.
Oh yeah, I know. There is a story behind these two. As a couple of weeks ago, Thea Hale, after beating JC Jane in the ring, she got clocked in the face for Fallon Henley because Fallon is done trying to be there for other people, and she's done being there for Thea Hale. And like Juan says, she's trying to make it on her own. She's going about it in a very bitchy way, but who are we to criticize?
Yeah.
And speaking of bitchy, these two women went at it. Thea Hale started off with coming out swinging, just scrapping on Fallon Henley and hitting her with a whole bunch of high spots, and then hitting her with a suicide dive through the ropes on the outside. Fallon Henley was able to get a little bit of a breather by slamming Thea Hale back first onto the announce table while getting back into the ring, and she even played a little bit of mind games against the educated Chase Yu. She went under the ring apron and pulled out a steel chair. But Legasp, the newest interim member of Chase U, Ridge Holland, a.k.a. the one guy that ruined Big E's career and Juan will never forgive.
No, I will not, because fuck Ridge Holland. He fucked up Big E, and I'll never forgive him.
Yep. Ridge Holland grabbed that steel chair away from Fallon Henley, but the referee saw it, and the referee misunderstood and thought that Chase U was cheating. And therefore, the referee has ejected Chase U from ringside, thanks to Ridge Holland's fruitful efforts.
God damn it.
Or rather, fruitless efforts.
Fruitless efforts. In the chat, Vicente was saying it's pretty fucked up when a guy with King in his name has to deal with a major injury, right? And Resident Evil was saying this Saturday, Queen of the Ring. Well, it's not just Queen, it's also King of the Ring.
That's right.
King, and that's happening in the progressive city of Jeddah, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well, we'll touch on that a little bit later. But getting back to the match, when we got back from commercial break, Fallon Henley continued to work on the left arm of Thea Hale, trying to keep her grounded. Thea Hale was able to hit a comeback after a series of high spots, and then hits that bottom rope senton splash that she does. It looks so adorable and it looks so awesome when she does it. And then Fallon, and then she locks in the Kimura lock submission hold onto Fallon Henley. Fallon Henley was able to roll her out of the ring, and she was able to buy herself enough of a window to hit her finishing move, the Shining Wizard, to pin and win. Your winner and heading to NXT Battleground, Fallon Henley.
Wait, why didn't you mention that there was other stuff happening here?
There was pictures. I told you I uploaded pictures.
Oh my god, why?
All right, so there's a referee ejecting Chase U out of the arena, and then after the match, Thea Hale was blindsided by JC Jane's newest BFF, Jasmine Nix, who laid her out with a...
Bullshit! God dang it, Thea can't catch a break.
No, she can't.
God damn it, my homegirl over here getting look, she's over here, her chin got... jacked over here. JC Jane's BFFFL is fucking her up, man.
Yeah, I know. And I actually studied up on Jasmine Nix. She actually used to play soccer. She actually used to play women's soccer, and she's a native from Iceland. That's yeah, I know. And that's when then she laid out Thea Hale with a really awesome Pele kick, and I'm like, yeah, that's something I expect from someone who used to play soccer, because only someone who played soccer would kick like that. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, I used to be able to do that, but then that was back when I was, limber.
I mean, a couple of yoga sessions and Pilates.
No,
you might be...
no. It's gone. The magic is gone.
Well, damn, okay.
Apparently, according to this stuff happening to Thea Hale, we're not allowed to have fun. Apparently.
I know, come on, man.
We can't have the Genki girl jump in the ladder match because it'd be too nice, and Lord forbid we have anything happen that's really nice, so god dang it.
All right, well, shifting things matters over to another faction here. The D'Angelo family are looking to add more gold to their collection after Tony D'Angelo won the NXT Heritage Cup. So, the two cohorts of the D'Angelo family, Channing Stax Lorenzo and Luca Crucifino, are squaring off against Nathan Frazier and Axiom for the NXT Tag Team titles. I actually want to bring this up before I get to the match. They had a little pre-match promo segment backstage where they looked at all the names that was on the Heritage Cup, and they found the name of and like Adriana Rizzo looked at, hey, there's this dude named A-Kid. What kind of name is A-Kid? And then he's like, and then one of them's like, oh, well, yeah, a kid. And then Luca Crucifino's like, oh, well, he must not have been a really good champion if he was only just a kid. Ha ha ha. And Axiom just stood right in front of there, and he laughed it up and is like, no, there's continuity. Come on, guys.
Seriously?
We know who Axiom is, right?
Wasn't Axiom a kid to begin with? You idiots! Why is Axiom laughing along?
Are we just, is WWE being selective in their continuity and what to acknowledge?
Why are you laughing at they're laughing at you, Axiom! They're laughing at you, my dude!
And he's laughing along with them!
Why are you letting this happen?
Oh my
God! What the hell is the matter, you? You moo cow man. Okay, whatever. All right, let's get to this match.
All right. This tag match was pretty damn solid. We started things off with some great action with Axiom and Nathan Frazier. They with Nathan Frazier, of course, running circles around the D'Angelo family with his incredible speed.
Oh,
and
sorry. Vicente was over here saying, okay, Jasmine Nix plays soccer. I guess she would not be into the basketball team of the New York Knicks.
Oh no, it's NYX Knicks, not New York Knicks. No, that team sucks. Anyways, Brooklyn Nets for life. Anyway,
so we had somebody who was on here in our kick stream, but it looks like it was just somebody advertising themselves. Score Maffred. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. We appreciate you. Please, let's not try to advertise like that, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Okay. Now I did send you another picture because there's this really cool spot that they did during the match, during the beginning of the match.
Oh, really?
Axiom locked in the octopus stretch onto Channing Lorenzo, and Nathan Frazier. What he did was he ran across the ropes. He ran across the ropes, and then while the submission hold is locked, Nathan Frazier hit a rocket kick directly at Channing's head.
Nice!
Very nice indeed.
Wait, a rocket kick. What kind of kick is that? What the
It was like a running kick, and there's like a giant, like, single leg drop kick, but like at high speed.
Ow! Okay, ow. What the shit?
Unfortunately, the D'Angelo family were able to turn things around after Luca Crucifino knocked Nathan Frazier out of the top rope, and Channing stacks Lorenzo from the ring apron, hits a devastating elbow drop at ringside.
God dang it! Look, even wait, why does Tony D'Angelo look like the Greatest Showman?
That was his outfit tonight. That was his outfit.
You mean on Tuesday night? Well, he looks like the Greatest Showman. He looks like Huge Jacked Man in a jazz hand musical.
Gabagool, this is where you wanna go.
This is where you wanna go. Thank you for that. By the way, Jesus, you beat me to it. It's here right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's everything you want to see. If you understand what I mean.
This is the Greatest Show. Boppity boopy.
Boppity boopy. Beepity boopity bop. Boppity freaking boopy. Have we mentioned how Italian we are today? Gabagooli, what the heck? Jesus.
When they got back from commercial break, Channing Lorenzo and Luca Crucifino continued to work on Nathan Frazier until Axiom eventually got the hot tag. And we got some more great back and forth action. The D'Angelo family are really earning their stripes in this match. But before we get to the finish, we get some outside interference from the No Quarter Catch crew. Charlie Dempsey, Miles Board, and Damon Kemp getting some revenge on Tony D'Angelo for screwing them out of the Heritage Cup title last week. And then thanks to the outside interference, Nathan Frazier was able to roll up Channing Lorenzo for the pin and the win. Your winners, and still the NXT Tag Team Champions, Axiom and Nathan Frazier.
God almighty. Okay, so well done for the superhero tag team guy and the pretty guy who's a great high-flying tech wrestler. Congratulations to them. Not so congratulations to the D'Angelo family. It looks like they got some business to take care of. It looks like they have some unfinished repercussions of things that might have come up against them, and they might have to, make a little concession, take initiative for themselves. Maybe, just try and deal with things on their own.
You want to.
Poppity poopy!
If it's popular, they're not going to stop. But speaking of reaping consequences, the celebration of the tag champs were cut short by the returning Good Brothers, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, knocking down Axiom and Nathan Frazier, hitting the Magic Killer on Nathan Frazier, and standing tall with the NXT tag titles. I think we're looking at a tag team match that might be happening at Battleground. What do you think, Quan?
I'm in danger.
Yeah, no, the Good Brothers have been bouncing back and forth between NXT and SmackDown, and they're showing up a little more frequently on the Black and Gold brand. And who knows, we might get new tag champs. Maybe not. I'm just happy to see the Good Brothers. Period.
Well, we've got the OC all in NXT. You've got the Good Brothers over here, and you've got Michin working our way to that Women's North American Championship tournament, right?
That's right. And hopefully, I'm hoping that they all win their gold. And you know what? Regardless of what happens at Battleground, it's going to be spectacular. But now let's go on to the best segment of the night, and it is an in-ring promo segment from the NXT champion, Trick Williams.
Yay, Trick Willie Wonka's back.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, Trick Williams got on the mic, and he addressed last week of what happened with Noam Dar, who was attacked backstage because, that's what NXT needs. Another whodunit angle, right?
Dun dun dun.
Yep, Trick Williams got on the mic, and he made it verbally clear that he is not the one who attacked Noam Dar from behind, and that if he was ever going to attack Noam Dar, it would be right in his face, and he would not be able to get back up.
What? Yeah, no, that's true. Because what's his face would legitimately no, if I want to whip your ass, I'm gonna whip your ass in your face at you.
Yep, and plus, Trick Williams has a good history of being attacked from behind. Mellow. Anyways. But, of course, the Metaphor are not buying it, as Oro Mensah, Jakara Jackson, and Lash Legend, who is still...
his girly girl,
Nobody knows that in storyline. They're not a couple yet.
Jose, let's not fucking
Jakara Jackson and Oro Mensah are clearly not buying in what Trick is selling, and they're calling him out for being a liar, but then they get interrupted by the returning Scottish faction of Gallus.
All right, so in case you need to know, yeah, they're Scottish and they're assholes and they're beating people up.
That's right. Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang made their return last week on NXT at the closing of the programming, laying out a bunch of NXT wrestlers backstage. And in this promo segment, Gallus destroyed Trick Williams in the middle of the ring with the Metaphor cheering on, but Lash Legend looking mighty worried. And of course, the entire promo segment ends with Joe Coffey standing tall with the NXT Championship, positioning himself as the next contender.
Dun dun dun! Like, it's very much looking like, okay, it's official that Gallus were the ones who jumped Noam Dar, maybe? Because this is much more likely, because now they're jumping Trick Williams.
Yeah, no. In the closing segment of last week's NXT, they jumped Josh Briggs. They jumped Eric. They jumped Eric to write him off because of his injury. And they jumped Wes Lee. So yeah, they're coming back in a big way. And
yikes!
Yeah, no, that's good.
You better watch out. He's gonna find out. He's gonna find out. No. Let me take a look at the chat. Vicente Guerrero, yes, WWE is selective with history. Someone can be on TV 3 weeks ago, and then in week 4, a new quote-unquote superstar debuts, a.k.a. the exact same guy. Always fun to see the Good Brothers. Almost makes me wish I had watched their 2 comedy-fed pay-per-view shows. Right? No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And Carbonized Stardust is in the chat. Hey, ups, Carbonized Stardust. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind. Yeah, in his face.
Welcome, Carbonized Stardust. If this is your first time on this channel, hit the subscribe button and tell your friends about the Ravens Flock.
Well, Carbonized Stardust is a friend of the Ravens Flock.
Oh, he is? Okay.
I believe they're already subscribed, but you know what? The important thing is they're here and they're showing their support now.
Okay, well, my apologies. It's been a while since I saw you on this chat, my friend.
All right.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and continue here.
All right. Now, this match is a little bit on the underwhelming side, and we'll get to it here. Let's talk about it. It's another qualifying match for the 6-women ladder match at Battleground, featuring Jada Parker versus Brynlee Reese.
All right. So, like you said, this one was a little bit more underwhelming to you. It wasn't
underwhelming in terms of story. Like, with all the different storylines that's happening with D'Angelo, with Trick Willie Wong. Now, look, you got me saying it.
Hey, I'm not the one who called him that. He's the one who calls himself that at Lash Legend because they're a couple in real life and they're playing with that and people have been making it a meme and you started saying it too and we leaned into it last week. Why are you having such a butt problem about it now? Also, Carbonized Stardust is over here saying, I haven't watched WWE since it was WWF and Rikishi hit people in the face with their stink face. Ah, the good old days. Haha, just kidding.
No, it's okay. Me and Juan, we like Rikishi too. But no, the match was fine, but with so many different storylines that's happening in NXT, this kind of feels at the bottom tier. The storyline between OTM and this team who doesn't have their own name, Idris Enofe and Malik Blade.
Right.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right, Malik Blade, yeah. And
the match isn't bad, but the storyline is not something that I'm invested in.
Okay, what's the storyline happening in this match?
It's just faction wars. It's a gang war between OTM and insert title of their tag team name here. And it all centers around these two ladies. And that's all it is. It's just gang wars.
I get what you mean. Carbonized Stardust is like that chick on the left, though. Eesh. Okay, yeah. I will be...
Jada Parker, she a badass. The fans love her.
Yeah. And the chick on the left, though, hot damn. She's got it going on. Whereas her opponent, let's just say she needs a better headshot. No disrespect. I'm sure she's excellent in the ring. I'm just like, that smile looks a little... I don't know.
Brindley Reese is the manager of Idris Inoue and Malik Blade, and she's trying desperately to turn things around for the tag team in a positive way, trying to bring them good luck, but she has been nothing more than their red herring. Actually, no, not red herring. They're more than their...
albatross.
More than an albatross. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, no, a red herring is something that you put the blame on in order to avoid actual blame.
Okay.
Albatross is like the bad luck charm. Point is, what's her face? Brinley Reese and Jada Parker. How did this match go?
This match, like I said, this match was pretty solid. Jada Parker got the win, and she will be advancing to Battleground. So yeah, Jada Parker, Fallon Henley. Who else qualified? Oh yes, Mishin. And I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Lash Legend. So far, we have 4 participants who are in the ladder match.
Right, and just so you know, what they're doing is that they're going to be debuting a women's North American Championship, and at NXT Battleground, it's going to be a 6-woman ladder match to crown the inaugural champion. So far, we have 4 of the 6 participants qualified in. In the chat, Vicente saying Rikishi's sons Jimmy and Jey Uso have great super kicks just like their dad. Yeah, they've got his athleticism in there too.
Yeah. And, oh my God, Carbonized Stardust, the chick on the right.
Right in that photo, that'd be Brinley Reese. Looks like the daughters of a dwarf and an elf.
Oh, ouch! Damn, man. Well, at least she doesn't have a dwarf beard.
Right.
Ow. Now, thankfully, there are no bad segments on this week's edition of NXT, but before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and that is an incredible, exciting triple threat match for the number one contender, to decide the number one contender for the NXT North American title at Battleground. And it is featuring Josh Briggs, Wesley, and Joe Coffey. Joe Coffey, who's filling in for Ivar because of the aforementioned injury.
All right, so let me get this straight. Joe Coffey had a segment just now with the rest of Gallus where Joe Coffey was threatening the NXT champion.
Yes. Actually, no. Let me clarify. That segment that I just talked about happened after the triple threat.
Okay.
Yes.
Never mind. All right, see, that makes a little more sense because, I hope you'll pardon me because...
No, it's okay. I didn't provide any context. And this triple threat match had a huge controversial finish. It was a great match, by the way. 3 of these guys, they really showed their A game. And the match ended, I kid you not, with Wesley and Joe Coffey pinning Josh Briggs at the same time. And they were both declared the winners.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah!
What?
That's what happened.
What?
And as a result of this decision, Obafemi, the great Obafemi, will be defending the NXT North American title against Wesley and Joe Coffey in a triple threat match.
What?
God.
What?
Oh
That's not how triple threat matches work. That's not how any of this works. No, it's supposed what they should be freaking doing is like, hey, this is a screwy finish. The referee can look at it. It's like, wait a minute. You could have referee like freaking argue about it, and then on the fly argue like, okay, Josh Briggs is eliminated. And these 2 guys will continue wrestling, and he would restart the match and resume the match with just these 2 and have them go one fall to a finish, make it sudden death. That would make more sense. No, 1 person wins in a triple threat match, not 2, 1. All right? What the hell, Starscream?
I don't know anymore, man.
Aaron Cooper's in the chat. Hey up, Aaron Cooper. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind, waving a hi to us.
Okay, I guess...
Vicent is right. Yeah, it is a weird ending. Bad way to make a triple threat match. Yeah! No! I don't have enough of my crazy pills to explain this.
Come on, Shawn Michaels. What the fuck?
Come on, Shawn Michaels. What the fuck, Shawn?
Now, Juan's right. Logistically, that is the way to go, but I figured WWE is trying to build more excitement into their NXT Battleground pay-per-view. And instead of making it a one-on-one match, they think that bringing this little wrinkle in and making it a triple threat match will be more exciting.
No, that's not how you do it. That is not how you do it. It is not how you do it. That is not how you do it. How many times do I have to freaking say it? How many different ways do I have to explain it?
Oh my
Good
God.
grief.
It's so ridiculous. But you know what's not ridiculous? The main event of NXT.
By all means.
It's a tag team match, playa.
Holla holla!
The teams of Natalya and Carmen Petrovich. Still weird trying to pronounce it like that.
Petrovic. Or it's not Petrovich?
It is Petrovich, according to WWE.
Not
That's
Petrovic?
No, it's Petrovich. I had to watch a few NXT shows and I'm like, oh, so they're pronouncing it as Petrovich, not Petrovic.
Alright.
Weird. So it's Natalya and Carmen Petrovich taking on a team of Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice.
Which is really odd because, on the one hand, like, Lola Vice, she's shown how she can scrap as hard as the rest of them against Natalya Neidhart over here. Literally, the crown princess of the Hart Dynasty. And it's insane that now she's paired up with the badass motherfucker Shayna Baszler, who is an MMA nightmare woman of doom. Carmen Petrovic, she's just happy to be here.
Yeah, no, the story goes is that right now Lola Vice is building a lot of steam. She already has one victory over Carmen Petrovich and a victory over Natalya at NXT Underground a couple of weeks ago. And Shayna Baszler has been mentoring Lola Vice since returning to NXT, and Shayna Baszler even got a win over Carmen Petrovich herself. These two teams have been feuding for weeks. But there's also some internal conflict between Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler, as Shayna Baszler is just annoyed that Lola Vice keeps dancing and keeps shaking her booty when she's trying to get Lola Vice to get serious, because we can't have dancing and booty shaking.
No, not here. Not in NXT, where you, especially where you're paired up with a nightmare psycho woman, super MMA fighter like Shayna Baszler. She's like, hey, quit with the booty shaking and let's get down to business, shall we?
Exactly. Now, this tag team match was amazing. Now, Natalya got in a lot more offense. She got a lot more in-ring time during this tag match. I guess it's a way to protect Carmen Petrovich and her limited in-ring ability, because anytime she's tagged in, she's usually doing crossbodies or she's doing drop kicks. Very minimal work. And Natalya is the one that's putting in the work for the team, but she's also getting her ass kicked a lot by Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice.
Right, so go freaking figure. Yeah, of course she's a booty shaking, like, sexy dancing lady, but at the same time, she can hang.
She can hang indeed.
She can hang with the best of them. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hells yeah. No, yeah.
We'll continue over here.
We'll continue, yeah, of course. And then when we get back from commercial break, Natalya's still getting worked. Natalya's still getting worked over. She eventually gets in the tag to Carmen Petrovich, and they have some great in-ring chemistry in the middle of the ring, and they start squaring off against Shayna Baszler and Lola Vice. Yeah, I know. I'm trying not to be distracted.
We'll bring that up in a minute.
Yeah. And then we get to the finish of the match. Shayna Baszler tries to lock in the sharpshooter onto Lola. Actually, no. Lola Vice tries to lock in the sharpshooter on Natalya first, adding insult to injury. Natalya reverses it and locks in the sharpshooter on Lola Vice instead. But Shayna Baszler was able to break up the submission hold, and then Carmen Petrovich gets back into the ring and hits her second crossbody from the top rope, annihilating Shayna Baszler, and then both Carmen Petrovich and Natalya, they hit the tag team move that was made famous by the Hart Foundation, called the Heart Attack.
Nice.
To pin and win. Your winners, Natalya and Carmen Petrovich.
God damn.
And then
unbelievable.
But after the match, it wasn't all paradise in Vice City. Shayna Baszler tried to go to the aid of Lola Vice. Lola Vice knocked out Shayna Baszler with a roundhouse kick, did some booty dancing, and then the two ladies were squaring off at ringside before Shayna Baszler got on the mic and challenged Lola Vice to a match at NXT Battleground. But not just a regular match, an NXT Underground match.
You gotta be shitting me!
Oh, please! It is being held at the UFC Apex. Please, oh please, for the love of everything that's awesome in wrestling, please either bring back the metal fight pit or bring the Lion's Den back. I want either one!
Right? Because, like, look, since it's going to happen at the UFC Apex arena there, obviously you can't actually have it be in the UFC octagon, even though UFC and WWE are in the same company now. But, like, look, I found have it be in a Battlegrounds match or being in a Lion's Den, like, that works either way. The reason why, the thing that I was showing Jose over here off camera was a clip that someone shared on Twitter, which is Lola Vice's freaking time as an MMA fighter in Bellator, and I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, you mean to tell me she's not just a booty shaker? You mean to tell me she was a freaking, nightmare?
Oh, yes.
She pummeled the shit out of this other woman over here, and after the match, she celebrated by booty shaking! I would show you people, but I don't know if ESPN would like me showing this.
Well,
could I?
You can show it just for a bit. Yeah,
okay,
fine.
well, okay.
I don't know if ESPN meant... Oh, yeah, they do. Well, at least it's not UFC.
Well, you know what I mean. It's Bellator, and it's Bellator MMA instead of UFC MMA, and here's hoping that they'll
allow it. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. We're showing you off. If anything, we're putting you guys over. Anyways,
right.
This is a small clip of Lola Vice's time in Bellator MMA before making the jump to WWE.
Like, here's exactly what I'm talking about here. And I don't know who the poor soul is. So, you know, Lola Vice is the person who's facing camera right now in the red gloves. All right, so let me just show you guys what she does. And she's just knocks someone right on her freaking face and just goes for the fucking face and knocks her out. The ref doesn't stop the round. He ends the match because it was like a TKO knockout. And legitimately, insult to injury, Lola Vice shaking her ass and celebrating. What the hell? And I'm like, wait a minute. Seriously? This is what Lola Vice was like before she came to NXT? When this guy at Nico Extra shared this, this was my response. I'm suddenly worried for Shayna's well-being.
Hell's yeah, man. She's been doing that for years, son.
She's been shaking her ass at you to spite you for years, and apparently this is nothing new to her, and I'm scared.
It's also important. I know you're scared. I
have the most terrified boner right now.
Also, Bellator MMA was also the same grounds for WWE superstar Bobby Lashley and AEW wrestler Jake Hager. Guess which one had a much better career?
Let me guess. It's not the one in the purple hat.
Exactly.
Yay!
I'm sorry. I'm a fan of Bobby Lashley. I think he's like a more improved version of Brock Lesnar.
Seriously.
Anyways, but now let's speaking of purple hats, let's now get into this week's edition of AEW Dynamite.
Light the fuse, hit the boom, Dynamite!
This week's AEW Dynamite takes place over in Bakersfield, California, which is ironically the same hometown that hosted NXT No Mercy last year in September. But
okay,
yeah,
cool.
And this is the go-home show of AEW Dynamite before their pay-per-view event, Double or Nothing.
Real quick, in the chat, Vicente Guerrero is over here letting us know Lola Vice dancing and joking all the time equals Session Moth. Irish girl who was almost the same happy-go-lucky gimmick. Fought Ruby Soho on AEW Dark. Session is big in ICW Ireland. And Jake Hager not having a better career right now is Tony Khan's fault. Also, water's wet.
Well, yeah, that. Yeah.
Like, let's not fucking kid ourselves here. It is Tony Khan's fucking fault.
Of course it is fault. What the fuck? Anyways, so let's get into the opening match of this week's edition of Dynamite as we got a tag match, player. I like how that excitement went out of your mouth. Damn, what?
No, the moment I found... No.
That's right. It is the team of Trent Beretta and the AEW International Champion Roderick Strong representing the Undisputed Kingdom versus the Aerial Assassin Will Ospreay and AEW's unofficial mascot and Tony Khan's BFF, Freshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy. Bet that thumb is starting to hurt. But also thank you. Thank you for the creaking noise. Oh man! All right. The opening tag match was competitive, but it was just odd seeing Will Ospreay teaming up with Orange Cassidy, like two different wrestlers with two different styles and characters. Like, what the fuck? Like, Will Ospreay, you've got the aerial assassin Will Ospreay, who's more technical based, who's more high flying, and then Orange Cassidy, who relies on a gimmick of, well,
whatever,
hand in pockets and whatever, man. It's just
legitimately the laziest fucking character you could ever ask for.
And AEW fans like this?
But that's what not necessarily AEW fans, but Tony Khan specifically.
Yeah, I know. Oh man, and you know what? I wish I got a screenshot of the arena of the attendance, but like, from me looking around, there's really not that many people in attendance over in Bakersfield. Like, it's scary. Like, there's the crowd is there, but like, oh, what's up?
Oh no, I was just saying, like, quit leaning over that far.
Yeah, I'm sorry. But no, like, it just looks a little like there's too much empty spaces in there for me, like in Bakersfield, California. I don't know if it's because of the size of the venue or empty seats or whatnot. It just looks very concerning. But regardless, the tag match was fun. What's his face? Orange Cassidy was able to bounce back after hitting his he tried to do his like lazy kicks, and he tried to kick back up with his hands in pockets, but he was like struggling to do that. Like, he tried like multiple times before eventually getting the kip up. So yeah, thanks for giving Botchamania more material there, Cassidy. He got the hot tag onto Will Ospreay, and Will Ospreay is a ball of fire, and he squares off with both Trent Beretta and with Roderick Strong. Everything was going all right in the world. It looks like he thwarted Will Ospreay. Orange Cassidy thwarted Roderick Strong's attempt at the end of Heartache, turned it into a Stun Dog Millionaire, and Will Ospreay was about to hit the Hidden Blade onto Roderick Strong, but then we got some outside interference from the rest of the Undisputed Kingdom. We got Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, trying to interfere, and this provided enough of a distraction for Roderick Strong to hit the end of Heartache onto Orange Cassidy to pin and win. Your winners, Roderick Strong and Trent Beretta. And then after the match, the Undisputed Kingdom jumped Will Ospreay, and they busted him open with the fucking International Championship.
Okay, what happened to the mascot, or rather to Orange Cassidy?
Orange Cassidy was aided by Don Callis, who was on a commentary. And I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is going on with those two.
What?
Don Callis is trying to open up business for Orange Cassidy for some fucking reason, and the Undisputed Kingdom pretty much left Will Ospreay laying in his own pool of blood.
Remember that, folks. Remember that line. It will be important.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get to the exciting match of the night. And this one's one of my personal favorites because I love two of these wrestlers. These guys are great. These two guys put on a competitive match. It's a one-on-one match between two former WWE superstars trying to make it big over in Jacksonville. Kyle O'Reilly going one-on-one against Malachi Black. And this was absolutely amazing. These two guys are experts at kickboxing. There were strikes, there was kicks, there was elbow shots and fists. There were submission holds between the two guys. It was amazing. It was like watching an MMA shoot fight happening in the middle of the ring. These guys spared no expense at hitting each other, and it was so fucking awesome.
You mean they were fighting strong style?
They were fighting strong style. Like I said, it was like looking at an actual fight, like an MMA fight, with the way they were taking each other down, with the takedowns and the palm strikes and the roundhouse kicks and the submission holds. It was awesome. It was great to watch. I loved it.
Let me take a look over here in the chat while we continue. Carbonized Stardust, they're there for the beer. I'm guessing it tells the fans. Vicente Guerrero, Ospreay and Cassidy as a team was almost as weird as when Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander were friends with Tomohiro Ishii. Yeah, that was
Wrestling
weird.
is weird, man. But getting back to this match, so one of the cool spots I liked about this match is when Kyle O'Reilly he locks in the cross arm breaker, and what's his face? And Malachi Black refuses to break to break the arms open to lock into submission hold. So Kyle O'Reilly transitions it into a leg lock, which is really fucking cool. And now after a lot of back and forth action, Malachi Black was able to hit the Black Mass onto Kyle O'Reilly to pin and win. Your winner, Malachi Black. And then
crap. That's I mean, like, that's great, but like, don't tell me that was like the end of it, was it?
Oh no! Far from it, Juancho. Because after the match, the only color that Malachi Black was able to see was red, but not in the sense that you think. So after the match was over, red lights was flashing in the middle of the ring. Malachi Black was left confused as to what that could be. And then, well, there's no other way to put it. I can't transition into a joke. We got ourselves a bloodbath.
Right, and it's wonderful in the most horrifying fucking way you can imagine.
No, it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
Yep, nope, there was a huge bloodbath, and Malachi Black is drenched in blood. Holy shit. And when I saw that, my first initial reaction was like, oh my god, it's WCW 2000, where they dropped the blood and missed Kevin Nash. He no-sold the blood.
No.
But now we can safely say that AEW is better at their angles than WCW 2000.
Are you sure about that? You sure about that?
And then after that bloody mess, we got a Titantron video of Adam.
It's not a Titantron, is it?
Oh well,
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they're calling it, like the Elitron, whatever the fuck is. Hang on a minute. Let me.
All right, fine.
Let me try to get that fixed or something. I don't know what the hell.
Wait, you're trying to find the title, the actual name of it?
I guess I am.
No, you don't have to do that.
Well, I have to do something, don't I? I mean, like, this is horrifying. He's got, like, it wasn't even only blood too. It was horrifying because there were little globby things in that mixed in that too. Because
you could say it was blood and guts.
I hate you.
And I love you too, Juancho.
Okay, like, this is what was going on here, folks. I'm actually trying to fix this and open this damn thing. I don't know what happened just now. Something was up with the image. Wow, is it crashing everything now? No, it better not be. There we go.
There we go. And then appearing on the entrance screen, we have Adam Copeland, and he pretty much said in cold words, "Be careful with what you wish for."
Wasn't he freaking trying to, push our Rated R's superstar into being back into his evilly broody days, in his broody ways, and like, dude, motherfucker, do you not, you want me to tap into my dark side or whatever the fuck?
Dude, Ed's just been tapping into his dark side since 1998.
Like, no, it's like, okay, you want me to be that guy again? Do you remember what that guy did to people? That guy did this to people. I did this to you, Malachi Black. What the hell are you thinking, trying to poke the sleeping giant? You brought this on yourself. However, there's one little problem with this.
And what's the problem?
You caught actually one of the better screenshots, one of the better stills of the bloodbath.
I know, sorry. I thought that was hilarious.
Not as hilarious as one caught from pretty much everyone else, including Nyla Rose, who caught the bloodbath just before it hit. And for those of us who are in the know of the ancient memes of the internet, they'll remember this song. They'll remember this in the most terrifying way possible. I wish I could make this horse shit up. I'm so sorry.
My anus is bleeding! My anus is bleeding!
we can pause that. Thank you, Nyla Rose. Oh my God.
Thank you, Nyla Rose, for being a meme-tastic bitch.
She's still a savage beast on Twitter.
Right?
Damn.
Seriously, the native beast, Nyla Rose. Oh my God. Dear Lord in heaven. Oh no. Oh.
With that being said,
I knew I wasn't the only one who saw it that way. I knew it. You crazy bitch. Oh my God.
that being said, this made me more excited for the barbed wire steel cage match between Adam Copeland and Malachi Black. I think it's going to be great. What do you think?
I need an adult.
Ah, please, Wancho. They are adults.
No, I need an adult or adult.
I am an adult.
No, you're not. You're just a very, very tall, overgrown teenager who happens to be like 36 years old.
Ouch! That hurt. The fuck, man?
I know. Just because it's true doesn't mean I should say it.
All right, shifting gears, we go into the exciting segment of the night, and it is an in-ring promo segment with the unified World Trios Champions, the Bang Bang Gang. They've officially dropped the Bullet Club Gold name, and they are now the Bang Bang Gang, which is stupid.
How dare they?
God
they
damn it.
besmirched the name. No. Whose idea was it? To be the Bang Bang Gang.
I refuse to believe that it was Jay White's idea.
No, they should not have been. Like, listen. Bullet Club Gold now has the fucking Trios Championship Gold. You should fucking stay as Bullet Club Gold. Whose idea was this? I want to know.
I mean, they had the Bang Bang Scissor Gang when they were buddies with the Acclaim, but they broke up that friendship.
After, 2 weeks?
After 2 weeks, yeah. And they're just the Bang Bang Gang. It's so stupid. It's such a stupid name. But their in-ring promo segment, they are all confident because there's no one to challenge them. They took out the bastard Pac last week when he butted into their business, and the Bang Bang Gang are standing tall with all the gold. But
all the trios gold.
With all the trios gold. And then Pac appeared on the entrance screen, and he actually found some friends to challenge for the AEW World Trios titles at Double or Nothing. And we have the reunion of my favorite trios team, the Death Triangle. Pac, Penta El Cero Miedo, and the returning Rey Fenix. Fuck yeah!
Didn't Rey Fenix concuss the fuck out of Jon Moxley with pile drivers?
Not intentionally. Now, that was one time. And then Moxley's the dumber guy for wanting to continue.
And the referee was also stupid for not killing the match.
Exactly. All right? So please don't dunk on my boy Rey Fenix.
I'll dunk on anyone. I don't give a fuck.
But that being said, Death Triangle is back. I am so fucking excited.
Cool. So what? They're going to be at Double or Nothing?
They're going to be at Double or Nothing. They're going to face the Bang Bang
show or in the show?
In the show. They're going to challenge the Bang Bang Gang for the World Trios titles.
Neat.
Yay! I like it. I think I've already talked about it enough. While I like FTR as a tag team, the Lucha Brothers, they're my favorite number one tag team in AEW because they're fucking awesome. I love their act. I love their high-flying luchador abilities. It's great.
Well, you won't get any arguments from me, especially considering that you're literally trying to defend Rey Fenix concussing the fuck out of Moxley, but I'll drop it for now. Vicente in the chat was over here making a joke. Mick Foley might be the only one who liked the faction name Bang Bang Gang.
Ah, Mick Foley, come on, man!
Might be the only one.
Might be.
Get it? Bang Bang, Cactus Jack.
Yeah.
Ha ha. And yeah, great seeing Death Triangle back. All three guys are underrated. I suppose so. Yeah, no, I guess, but still, my thing is why the fuck did they continue that match? Moxley's an idiot, the ref's an idiot, Rey Fenix was an idiot. It was idiots all around.
Yeah, no, there is no innocent party. I will say this: there's no innocent party between the three of them. But the bigger idiots are Moxley and the referee. Moxley for wanting to continue without that alarm saying you shouldn't, and the referee for allowing it.
And being an idiot referee.
Yes.
Who trained these guys?
Idiot. I don't know, man. I don't take any advice. But anyways, now let's get to the really match of the night. And it's a one-on-one exhibition match between Konosuke Takeshita versus Matt Sydal. And this one was a very quick squash. Konosuke Takeshita made quick work on the former Evan Bourne. Evan Bourne did have a little bit of a comeback, but that lasted all of 5 seconds before Konosuke Takeshita hit a spinning Blue Thunder Bomb to pin and to win. Your winner, Konosuke Takeshita.
Really?
Yes, this is all just a way for Takeshita to build up his momentum because he has a one-on-one match against Jon Moxley at Double or Nothing for the IWGP World Championship. Eliminator. It's an eliminator. Yeah, I know. I was going to mention that there. They'd be like, yay! Eliminator.
No.
Yeah.
I hate the idea of eliminator match. That's the most, that is the most mentally deficient fucking idea ever. Like, hey, if you beat me in this non-title eliminator match, then you get the number one contendership. Like, why don't we just have me beat you for the championship? Why don't I just face you on and out? Oh, well, la. Like, no. Idiocy.
Oh no! If you want to sap any more interest away from the match, how about we have a returning Jon Moxley run down to the ring and attacking Konosuke Takeshita, blasting him in the face with a microphone, and then standing over his challenger and pretty much saying, "I'll see you at Double or Nothing." Like, wow! Way to telegraph who's coming out on top, AEW.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I saw/heard some of the review of what happened on Dynamite, and it's like, okay, this feels like this was throwing a bone at New Japan Pro Wrestling, saying, hey, we're gonna give Takeshita a chance to challenge for the IWGP Championship, but not really.
Why don't you actually have him challenge for the title so that they could have a really cool match?
But they can have a really cool match, just not worry about actually putting off the title or taking it off of Moxley.
You see, this is why I think that the partnership between New Japan and AEW is not a very good idea. Well, it was a good idea at the beginning, but now, not so much.
It's not a partnership, it's an abusive relationship. Tony Khan has either poached or booked to death every New Japan person that he snagged away, and got like, oh well, we got an open partnership. We're gonna feature them on TV. In Ring of Honor, that doesn't have a TV deal, and we're gonna put them all over our television, and they're gonna lose every single time. But we're also gonna put this great guy Konosuke Takeshita in for a championship to challenge at our biggest pay-per-view against Jon Moxley, who's the IWGP champion, in an eliminator match that we're telling everybody 5 miles away that Moxley's gonna win because we don't really give a shit about Takeshita or New Japan.
What we're trying to say is this is fucking stupid.
No, what we're trying to say is this is an abusive relationship and Tony Khan needs to be taken care of. If you sent it in the chat, Moxley could get 11 chair shots to the head, bleed like hell, and all he would say is, did the crowd love it?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, he shaved his head bald for a reason, so that the blood could be more obvious.
You know what? I'm honestly surprised Jon Moxley didn't show up during the Malachi Black bloodbath with a freaking crazy straw on him.
Also,
who's to say that maybe he might have been on the rafters and he was trying to poke at the bag or the container of the blood like it was a Capri Sun, and the fact that he punctures it or whatever was the reason why it ended up causing it to spill all over the place, making it look like Malachi Black's that his anus. Who's to say that maybe that wasn't Moxley's fault? Perhaps.
Now
that's a visual I'm not gonna let die anytime soon.
Yeah, you know what? I might as well lump this in. That is like the bad post segment because there really isn't any bad segments that happen on Dynamite. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and it is a women's tag match, player.
Holla, holla.
And this was actually a fun tag team match featuring the teams of the AEW Women's World Champion Timeless Toni Storm and her understudy Mariah May versus the Outcasts Saraya and Harley Cameron.
Okay, number one. Who the hell is Harley Cameron?
Harley Cameron?
Exactly.
Wow.
No, as in, she's over here with Saraya and Toni Storm up at the back. Mariah May's got a reason over here. She's like the valet / understudy / sidekick / adopted daughter or whatever of Toni Storm. But who is Harley Cameron to Saraya in all this? She's part of the Outcasts also?
Yeah, because Ruby Soho abandoned the Outcasts and Toni Storm pretty much left the Outcasts. So, yeah, Saraya needed to fill in some empty slots.
I'm going to bite my tongue at that innuendo.
Oh God!
No, with the freaking way that people have been
Dunking on.
Yeah, dunking on Mariah May making out with that other girl from Stardom.
Oh yeah, me. I forgot her name.
Yeah, Fred. Whatever. Point is, innuendo. Never mind. Okay, so tell us about the match.
All right. Like I said, this was an honorable mention because this was actually a fun tag team match, and there is actual story continuity. Like I said, Toni Storm used to be part of the Outcasts, even though they never mentioned this piece of continuity in this little.
Why should they?
Because continuity is important.
No. So you see, that's sports entertainment stuff. They don't do sports entertainment stuff here in All Elite Wrestling, where the best wrestle. Trademark. This is where they do sports-based presentation.
Oh God!
You can tell from the theatricality of a woman coming off in all black and white in all of our promo art.
All right. Well, regardless of how you feel about this,
sports-based presentation.
Harley Cameron did hold her own, and Saraya, she's obviously an expert veteran in the ring. She's both women put Mariah May through the work. Mariah May was struggling throughout the tag match until she got the hot tag in Timeless Toni Storm. And Timeless Toni Storm put the beat down on Harley Cameron and Saraya, at one point even stopping them in the turnbuckle before channeling her inner Ralph from The Simpsons, yelling, "Ha ha!" at both of them.
You mean Nelson.
Nelson, sorry.
Lisa Boo's in the chat. Hey up, Lisa Boo. Welcome to Wrestle Rewind.
Hey, you're actually here and not post-show. Yay!
Well, she's always in our post-show comments, so we appreciate that. Folks, follow Lisa Boo's fine example. After the stream is over, go ahead and leave some comments in the video to let people know that you're engaging with us not only during the live stream, but after the show. If there's anything that you wanted to say or something else that was funny that came up, let us know in the comments after the show's over also.
Yeah, I know. And then during this match, it was amazing. Toni Storm and Mariah May were able to hit a comeback as a tag team. And before finishing off their opponents, we get a double smooch in the middle of the ring. Toni Storm planting a kiss on Saraya, while Mariah May plants a kiss onto Harley Cameron before Toni Storm puts down Saraya and Harley Cameron with the Storm Zero on both of them and pins Harley Cameron to win. Your winners, Timeless Toni Storm and Mariah May. And then.
Okay, sorry, go on.
And then after the match, the Timeless Toni Storm and company were going to celebrate by doing that act that they did on Saturday's Collision, where they took Serena Deeb's dojo flag, and Toni Storm stripped down to her skinnies and was draping around with the flag all over her, giving fans the show. They were going to do it again, but having none of that sports-based wrestling bullshit.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, that's sports-based wrestling. Yeah, no.
Out comes Serena Deeb to a chant of boos draining in. Serena Deeb clocks Toni Storm in the face with the shoe before planting a chair onto Toni Storm's back and locking in that single leg crab, forcing Toni Storm to tap out in the middle of the ring.
Okay, I've got some thoughts here. All right.
Hang on. Wait a minute. I'm waiting for the inevitable crickets.
No. What crickets? What are the crickets?
Actually, no. There's not even crickets at this noise because this fucking heel angle with Serena Deeb was flat to me. But anyways, go on.
Okay. Also, yeah, I was about to say you can put your hat back down. There you go. Okay. Number one, I thought Serena Deeb was the good guy here. What are we doing? Okay, We get that Toni Storm's character is outlandish and entertaining, but she's also supposed to be the heel. Are we just saying like, you know what, since we can't get people to quit cheering for her, we'll just have her as the baby face here now, and Serena Deeb will be the fucking heel? Is that what we're just doing? We're just giving up?
If that's the case, too little, too late. The fans have already stopped caring for Serena Deeb.
Okay, that's number one. Number fucking two, I could have sworn, because a friend of mine who lives in the UK, a Welsh buddy by the name of Michael Carr. Hey up, by the way, Michael Carr. Appreciate you, buddy. He's a friend of mine on TikTok. He goes by the Welsh Doctor. Basically, he pointed out that there was a point in the match where Saraya took a pile driver head on.
Yes, she did. That was the Storm Zero finisher.
Oh, that's what you mean. Oh, yeah, no, Jesus, yeah.
But Saraya's okay. She's fine.
Okay. Seriously, though, I understand that Saraya has been doing everything she can to be safer with her with her work, and if she's confident in her ability to take any drop on her fucking head to compress her neck and potentially paralyze her ass, then, go for it. You're a grown-ass adult. You seem to know what you're doing. On the other hand, what the fuck? I love Saraya to death. Why would she agree to take the finisher that way?
I think it's a matter of trust, because she's worked with Toni Storm in the past, and she trusts Toni Storm not to actually hurt her.
Right. Okay, I get that. But it's like, you've got to have some kind of reasoning. There's got to be a freaking grown-up voice in the room saying, like, hey, this is great, and I know you guys trust each other. Let me err on the side of caution. Let me make an executive decision, and we could figure a different finisher or a different finish for Saraya to still eat the pin or eat the loss, and Toni Storm giving the pin. It doesn't necessarily have to be the Storm Zero. It could be another bit of shenaniganry or some sort. But, guys, we want to see Saraya continue to wrestle. We love Saraya to death. She did not deserve to have her career shortened and stifled the way it was. It was injuries after fucking injury, and then fucking dealing with Alberto's dick-ass, bitch-ass, ass-ass, and her coming back, there's gotta be more. She's gotta have a little more sense of self-preservation. If only the booker was a little bit more, responsible and had, would take a little bit more, initiative in trying to dissuade the wrestlers from their, more, self-destructive instincts.
Nah, bro.
Negative instincts.
Sorry, bro. That's implying that Tony Khan has a spine to go with it.
No, I'm saying that Tony Khan needs to go after this booker and fire him right away.
Tony Khan is the booker. So you're asking him to fire himself?
I've heard of worse ideas.
But yes, concern for Saraya aside, this post-match angle was, like I said, too little too late. The fans already stopped caring about Serena Deeb. They're all in. The Toni Storm hype train is at full speed ahead, and there is no stopping.
No, I suppose not. But, then book it that way. Instead of acting like a horse's ass heel, have her act like a babyface, delusional whack-ass champion. Cracked out of her gourd. Or whatever the fuck.
Here's the thing. I think they are doing it, but we're not realizing it because Toni Storm, she hasn't really done any babyface, well, except for, being the de facto mother to Mariah May. Toni Storm is still just being her character. She's still being herself. And still with her Toni Storm mannerisms.
I mean, fucking, no, just have instead of this psychotic weirdo diva who thinks she's a freaking silent era film star, being an asshole to people, have her be a little bit nicer. Have her be a little bit more Marilyn Monroe and a little less whatever the hell this was.
Well, she gave us a show on Collision where she was naked.
Okay, that was pretty Marilyn Monroe.
She's already doing it, Juan! What do you want her to do? I mean, we can't go full nudity. Think of the children!
What children? No children watch AEW.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Either. Oh, yeah, that's right. The ages 18 to 34 demographics are tuning out of the dino. Oh, my God. Oh!
He sent in the chat was saying Serena Deeb hits Toni Storm with the shoe. Then Renee Paquette marked out, "My revenge!" And yeah, and he agrees with me. Tony Khan should have stepped in and said Saraya will not take a pile driver ever again. Not because we don't want her to look cool, not because we don't trust her, but because we don't want her to accidentally die. Because 999,999 times out of a million, Saraya can take the pile driver from Tony all those times, and they can all be safe. But all it would take is one time out of that million, and Saraya is fucked for the rest of her life. She doesn't need that. No. And like I said, the booker here at AEW needs to help dissuade these wrestlers away from their worst instincts, and Tony Khan should fire the booker.
If only that was that easy. All right, now let's get to the
Yes, I want Tony Khan gone. Okay, there we go.
Now let's get to the main event of AEW Dynamite, and this is a classic David versus Goliath match as the former As the former WWE World Champion, the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson goes one-on-one against the Giant, Satnam Singh.
With Sanjay Dutt looking at me eerily like a Bond villain. You see, Mr. Bond? Do you see, Mr. Danielson? I don't expect you to win. I expect you to die.
And it wasn't just Sanjay Dutt. Like, here's a story. Bryan Danielson is part of the team for Team AEW to face the Elite in Anarchy the Arena, the main event. The Young Bucks have put out a hit on who can get the job done and defeat Bryan Danielson before Double or Nothing. And they put out a bounty, and Jeff Jarrett and his makeup team of Team TNA 2007 took the bounty, which,
Oh my god, that is too accurate! Because Sanjay and Jay Lethal were with TNA back then, weren't they?
Yep.
Oh my fucking god!
And Karen Jarrett.
Oh my fucking god!
Yep.
Jesus Christ, why didn't that click in my brain sooner? I hate you for coining that, but go on, continue.
All right, like I said, this is classic big guy versus small guy, strength versus experience, David versus Goliath, Hercules, that one episode of Hercules versus that giant dude Cyclops that we could forget about because fuck Kevin Sorbo. Bryan Danielson, he put on a good show, and he was able to work around the limitations of Satnam Singh because, he's a big dude, and he has all the mobility, I hate saying it, he has all the mobility of the great Khali. Just a little faster. Just a little faster. Just a little.
Ow, shit. Jose, you gotta be careful. You can't go saying shit you can't take back like that.
I am not. Well, okay, I guess I was half wrong because Satnam Singh actually has a little bit of ability, but that's not saying much. Like I said, Bryan Danielson was able to work around the limitations of Satnam Singh.
Okay, no worries over here. Tam!
Hey, Tam!
Tans in the chat. Welcome to Wrestle Wrewind. We appreciate your face.
Yeah, I know. And also, Bryan Danielson is also sporting these injured tape all around his spine because he actually did mention in an interview on the YouTube channel for AEW that he's currently dealing with some sort of shooting. I think it was shooting nerve pain on his right arm, and it's coming from some sort of nerve misalignment on his spine.
Oh, gee, it's almost as if somebody had been trying to say about Bryan Danielson that he's working himself as if he was still like a 19-year-old in his prime, looking to work as hard and as strong as humanly possible. And in order for him to prove just how much he loves the game and just how much he loves this sport and just how much he loves all the fans, that he's going to leave it all on the line in order to show everyone how hard and strong style Daniel Bryan can be and how incredibly determined and resilient he is in order to show everyone how badass and hardcore he could possibly be. It's almost as if someone has been warning him about this shit, but doggone it, no one would listen to him because he's not a big enough YouTuber for anyone to take his opinion to heart. Who could have possibly predicted it? What's the camera doing over here, my way?
I mean... Yes, please, Bryan Danielson. Listen, it's already bad enough that Ric Flair went on record saying that he wants to die in the ring. Don't follow the Nature Boy's footsteps!
Jesus!
Now, that being said, Bryan Danielson was able to hit an incredible comeback, and despite the size of this giant, Bryan Danielson was able to successfully lock in the LaBelle lock, but then Team TNA 2007 caused a DQ finish, putting the beatdown onto Bryan Danielson.
No!
Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. And oh, hey, look. Conveniently, since Jeff Jarrett's an older dude and his eyesight probably isn't what it used to be, those athletic tapes on Daniel Bryan's back and his shoulders provide excellent markers for Jeff Jarrett to kick on. And they're also good spots for Jay Lethal to be able to mark out because Jay Lethal, I don't think he was ever X Division champion, was he?
Yes, he was.
Oh, well, it'll just remind him of how he's not able to be X Division champion anymore, and that'll just piss him off.
But that being said, I wish I had a picture of this because there is this one spot where Bryan Danielson was able to duck the El Kabong. He hits the Psycho Knees on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. He grabs the guitar, tries to swing for Sanjay Dutt. Sanjay ducks out of the way, and Satnam Singh punches the guitar and shatters it. Holy shit, that was cool.
Good God!
Yep.
Yeah, I really do wish you could have grabbed that kind of freaking.
He just punched the guitar clean off, man.
No, he punched it and it turned into sawdust. Just. Pff,
that was so cool.
Through. Let me check out the chat. Vicente saying, Satnam saying seems like a fun guy, willing to do whatever he's booked for, but he'll always live on in Max Caster's rap disc, chilling with the not so great Khali. Yep. And great that Bryan Danielson's a tough guy and yes, badass, but he may want to go Miz and wrestle like a coward. Ha, I get what you mean. Yeah, but see, the thing is, Bryan Danielson doesn't respect Miz. He doesn't respect Mike Mizanin, because even though Mizanin has been able to keep his career lasting as long as it has, because he quote-unquote wrestles like a coward, and that's maybe...
Or wrestles soft style, wrestles soft
style, whatever the fuck. Yeah, no, go fucking figure. Who would have thought that all these years later, Mike Mizanin would have been proven right, and Bryan Danielson would look like a jackass in all this, even though, like, back then everyone was laughing at Miz and everything, and D-Bry was the one who seemed like he was the cool one because he was the hardcore guy.
That's right.
That's great, but, like, look at what it cost you. You idiot. Stop it.
And speaking of jackasses, the Elite join in on the beatdown as the Young Bucks and the AEW. Hang on, no, we're not done. Yeah, one.
No, you say the Elite, I'm stepping out. You can't stop me.
I need your help.
With what?
With changing the cameras because we haven't gotten to the end. We're close to the end. All right, so the Young Bucks enter the ring. Rainmaker Bryan Danielson was able to fight off the Bucks, but then Kazuchika Okada grabs Bryan Danielson and levels the American Dragon with the Rainmaker right there. Yep. And it looks like all hope is lost because, damn, there's too many bodies in the ring, and Bryan Danielson is getting his ass kicked by the Elite. But then, on the entrance video, Darby Allin was shown dropped off in the parking lot area through the white van, and Tony Khan is driving, and then Darby Allin walks over to the stage, and he scares off the Elite, I kid you not, with a motherfucking flamethrower. Holy shit!
Okay, no, yeah, you're right. Okay, hot tag. Get out of here. Take it. Ow. Yeah. Ow.
Watch my drink.
Yeah, watch your drink. Hey folks, Juan Rouse, one of the heads of Ravenswalk, the tech guru of the team and his ace tag partner on Wrestle Rewind. And I'm here to say... What? And I would like to also say, the fuck! Okay, look, I get it. That this is escalating into a wild war for the heart and soul of all elite wrestling. That's the story they're trying to sell. But they're so ham-fisted in all this. We're literally like, okay, let's just barbecue some motherfuckers. Let's just burn people. Let's just let him die. Let's just murder people with a flamethrower. Yeah, like, what? Okay, yeah, no. I remember... There had been fucking times where we've had, what was it? We had Kurt Angle shooting the Big Show with a tranquilizer gun. We have had Kevin Nash and Scott Hall shooting Stone Cold Steve Austin with a net launcher. And a flamethrower? You can't fake getting burnt with a flamethrower. You aim that shit the wrong way, somebody dies. I don't give a fuck how hardcore you are. Now, for those of you who may or may not like, oh, hey, Juan, aren't you just giving great examples of how going over the top with actual firearms would actually work and be in proper sports entertaining or stuff? Okay, number one, you can fake getting shot with a dart because, guess what? It wouldn't be a real dart loaded with like a tranquilizer. It was basically a pump action. It was a pump action dart gun, like a freaking Red Ryder's BB gun that you could buy at Walmart for like $30 or whatever. I know because I've got one. All right, like you like it's literally just like one of those little pump action. Okay, you've got it pumped up and it's an airsoft rifle basically. And if it just shoots a dart,
then you can just see the little dart and it's got the little poofy tail thing, and yeah, it'll suck getting shot at it. But this is Big Show we're talking about. He got shot in his back, and he can fake going down. Okay, there's that. There's number one. The other example, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash shooting Stone Cold Steve Austin with a net launcher.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Wait, no, or was it Stone Cold who had the net launcher?
No, it was Stone Cold.
Okay, thank you.
Hunting down the end of
Right. I remember now. He was going hunting. He was going on safari on these guys. What? I remember now.
He nearly killed their heat, but yeah.
And that's where, like, okay, a net doesn't kill you. It is a net. It is a nylon net that's launched at you. You can get launched, and it has the little ball-bearing bits at the end to weigh you down and actually have it be a net that pins you down or whatever temporarily, or at least disorients you. You can get away with that to a degree. But a flamethrower can't get faked. All right? This is like when the Hardys would do one of their cinematic matches using Roman candles and launching them at each other. Like, yeah, it's cool. If you're doing it from far away, it's not going to hurt you, but it's still fireworks. It's the same thing. Like, listen, yeah, Darby, that's a cool shot. You look like a real badass there. But all it takes is really bad fucking gun safety control, which Darby was clearly displaying in all this, and that badass immediately turns to jackass, and then immediately turns to burnt ass, and then it immediately turns to, oh, I'm gonna fucking sue your ass. I don't give a shit how hardcore you are. Somebody getting burnt is not fucking, is not the kind of shit to play with. Fucking Undertaker got burnt one time, and WWE had nixed pyros for almost 10 years because of it.
Oh yeah, that was when he
when he came. Why aren't you not sitting over there with the microphone so people can hear you?
Right, I remember. That was when he tried to make his entrance in the Elimination Chamber, and then the pyro went off, and he ended up taking off his jacket and just storming to the ring.
And the referees and officials and a whole bunch of people having him throw a ton of water on him in order for him to be able to cool down or not be in fucking pain.
Yeah.
No. All it takes is one fuck up. And if there's anything we've learned about Darby Allin, a guy who went through a plate of real glass, go cry me a river, got shitloads of shards of glass in his back, broke his foot legitimately, and got hit by a bus, and is still showing up to work in All Elite Wrestling, despite any other promoter clearly saying no. Tony fucking Khan not only sanctioning this, but enabling it by being the one in the storyline or whatever, driving Darby Allin into the building with the fucking flamethrower and arming him with the flamethrower. Not only does that say, I don't give a shit about anyone's safety or well-being, but it also says, I don't give a shit what'll happen to me or to anyone else in this company if something like that can legitimately fucking happen. He clearly doesn't care about his talent getting hurt working with other promotions, otherwise we wouldn't have had this problem with Eddie Kingston being out. So who's to say that he does actually care about something like gun safety? Especially a fucking flamethrower. Yeah, this is fucking cool, but it's fucking stupid! It's stupid!
Oh, wait.
Stop being stupid!
Oh, wait. Nikki Bella actually mentioned WWE's guilty for this, too, when Randy Orton got blasted in the face.
With a fireball from Alexa Bliss, and it wasn't even well done!
And Kane got blasted in the face with a flamethrower by X-Pac.
Like, there was a difference between those moments over here. They had flame retardant gel on them.
That's true.
Anytime they had an Inferno match, what's his face, Kane and Undertaker, they were slathered with freaking flame retardant gel, and no one could tell the difference. And then the match goes on, and what's his face, Kane had the match end with him getting burnt, and the Fiend Bray Wyatt, rest his soul. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt, Wyndham Rotunda, fucking like, he was also burnt and buried alive and burnt to a crisp by Randy Orton. But that was while he was wearing fire safety shit under his ring gear.
Well, thankfully on Dynamite, no one got burnt from the flamethrower. He just showed up and showed it off, and like I said, he scared off the Elite. Thankfully, it didn't go that far. Any further than that.
And that makes it all better, doesn't it?
I never said it did.
No, but that's probably what Tony was thinking. You fucking moron. Tony Khan, quit being stupid. These are human beings, not your personal fuck toy action figures. Treat them like human beings. If it's their fucking idea to come out with a flamethrower, well, how about you tell them no? How about let's actually, like, if you need to have a firearm included, fucking have the net launcher. How hilarious would it have been if the Young Bucks come up to the ramp and what's his face, Darby Allin comes out up at them and and it looks like he's got this rifle on him and he shoots them and it's a net launcher and they're fucking wobbling all over and then he clubs them and like beats them with the freaking thing and then holds it up like Hakuma Shente style motherfucker.
That would be funny.
See? That would be equally as impactful, equally as badass, and you don't risk someone getting burnt. Fuck you, you idiot, Tony Khan. Suffice to say, the angle, I suppose, works to a degree, but you have to add something stupid at the end, don't you? Fuck you, you idiot, Tony Khan.
Tag back in. You stupid butt cushion back. In the chat over here, yes, Nikki Bella, you're right. One of Sting's sons is starting to train to become a wrestler. And if
yes, I'm excited about it.
Flamethrower in wrestling is over the top. This screams IWA Deep South Carney shit. Yeah, it really does. It doesn't help that Darby Allin kind of looks like he got plucked out of a Carney show. In this, Tam Tam is saying, yeah, no competition there, Mr. Juancho. Yikes. And if you said that, yeah, great to know. One of them wants to follow in his dad's footsteps. The sons both look jacked. And yeah, Tam Tam's also saying, yeah, I call BS just a showboat maneuver that doesn't end well for anyone. You're right. Like, it's a cool idea on paper, but the motherfucker could get hurt. Could actually get burnt.
Okay, all I could say about this is I've heard of worse ways of getting heat in wrestling. No.
Let's
Oh, come on!
I hate you.
I'm trying to lighten the mood. Come on.
Are you kidding me? Was that another one?
Well, it got you fired up, didn't it?
Starting with Impact. Come on. Let's go.
Come on, you enjoy it.
I hate you. Come on.
All right. Let's go ahead and talk about this week's edition of TNA Impact, folks. All right.
Whoa, what the hell just happened?
To relax.
What the hell just happened? Hang on a minute.
Well, okay. Yeah. You do that, folks.
No, I have to fix this.
Oh, thank you, Tam Tam. Thank you. I've got puns for days.
God damn you, people with your fire plugs.
Drop your flame emojis now!
No. Don't encourage him. I'm begging you. That hurts my soul.
I'm sorry, Juancho, but we gotta add fuel to the fire.
Okay, no. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna stop.
Opening match for
TNA Impact. There's a tag team match playoff. A non-title match featuring the teams of the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the most professional wrestler Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards, versus the teams of Hollywood Hunk Ryan Emmett and Broken Matt Hardy. Yes.
Wonderful.
Now, Ryan Nemeth is clearly the chip off the old block, very similar to his brother Nick Nemeth. He's able to wrestle the same way with his in-ring technician skills to hold off against the system. He was able to work a lot during this tag match until eventually he got the tag into Broken Matt Hardy, and Matt Hardy went straight to work, hitting the turnbuckle smashes onto both members of the system, one corner after another corner, and then at one point he hit a double move. He was able to hit a double DDT on the tag team, and he also hit a bulldog / clothesline to knock them both out before shouting, "Wonderful!" Yes. Oh my God! And it looks like things were going their way, and it looks like things were going pretty well, pretty much their way. Broken Matt Hardy was able to hit the twist of fate onto Brian Myers, and then Ryan Nemeth was able to close the deal by hitting his hitting a flying crossbody to pin and win. Your winners, Ryan Nemeth and Matt Hardy. And then after the match, we got a beatdown segment featuring the entire system in the ring. They were going to injure the hell out of Ryan Nemeth and Matt Hardy. Yep, Moose came in with a steel chair, and it looked like they were trying to injure Matt Hardy and Ryan Nemeth. But then we got the returning Nick Nemeth to even the odds. I'm sorry I don't have a screenshot, but Nick Nemeth is back, baby. I guess he was done with his tour over in Lucha Libre AAA.
Cool.
Yay. Also, shout out to Nick Nemeth for winning the AAA Mega Championship. Yay. And it's awesome because at TNA's Against All Odds, we have our main event. Moose versus Matt Hardy for the TNA World Title, and the Nemeth brothers will be challenging the System for the World Tag Titles.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Hells yeah, I'm all for it. I love it.
Let's see how well they hold up against the System.
And now we get our exciting match of the night, a.k.a. Juan's about to turn that frown upside down.
I don't know. This better be an yay!
That's right. This is a one-on-one match for the TNA Knockouts World Championship as the defending champion Jordynne Grace defends against Marty Bell, the contender from New York City.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, let's hear it.
Now, admittedly, we were only able to watch a little bit of the match because we were also in the middle of eating dinner. In my defense, we had rigatoni and tuna, and that was very delicious.
And it was yummy, and I made it happen, and I'm not sorry.
And thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No problem. It was tasty as shit.
But you know what else is tasty? This Knockouts match.
It was so tasty.
It was pretty solid. Originally, it was supposed to. The story of this match is that apparently the concierge came out, and it was supposed to be Ash by Elegance going up against Jordynne Grace, but Ash by Elegance is currently injured, I guess. So he brought in a fucking cheap ass model standee of Ash by Elegance, and filled in and called up Marty Bell to fill in for the contender to face Jordynne Grace. And it was a good match. Marty Bell held her own. Jordynne Grace was clearly the better contender, of course. She was able to hit her spots, hits the Juggernaut Driver, which is still stupid to call. And
no, it ain't.
The Juggernaut Driver, as opposed to the Grace Driver.
Juggernaut.
Fine,
She's
Juggernaut.
the Juggernaut, bitch.
Fine. The pump handle half Nelson Driver there. She was able to hit the finishing move to pin and retain. Your winner, and still, the TNA Knockouts World Champion, Jordynne Grace. But then after the match, Jordynne Grace couldn't celebrate long because out comes a throwback to the TNA Knockouts. Allison Kay, who is a multi-time Knockouts World Champion. She teamed up with Marty Bell, and they both destroyed Jordynne Grace in the middle of the ring. Both of them are a part of a tag team called the Hex.
Oh, shit.
And at last I checked, they were also managed by Sinister Minister, except this time Father James Mitchell was nowhere to be seen.
Well, wasn't Father James Mitchell the one who got the NWA bumped off of TV because he took a bump?
No, because he was snorting. Yeah, I was going to say because he was snorting the white gimmick on screen.
Yeah, no, eek. Probably not the.
Probably the last person you want on your TV, unless you want your program to go up in smoke.
Yikes!
Yeah, I know. I went there.
No, just yikes. I mean, look, I'm all for how the Sinister Minister behaves, but that was not smart.
And it cost NWA their TV deal with the CW network.
Go fucking figure. Who would have thought that the CW wouldn't have liked seeing cocaine usage or even the imitation thereof on their network television?
Yeah, NWA probably
taking their place.
Yeah, NWA probably thought that they could get away with it because they were still behind a paywall and nobody watches them on TV. But it turns out TV executives, they did notice.
Ouch.
Yeah. So fuck.
Okay. Well, again, that was dumb, but that was in the past. Let's see if there's anything different that Sinister Minister does in the future.
But more importantly, yay, Jordynne Grace won. But also, the Hex is on TNA.
Oh no.
Ooh. Yes.
All right, so next segment.
Yep, now let's get to the best segment of the night because we got a backstage segment featuring the System, who are addressing their opponents of Matt Hardy and the Nemesis, but until they were interrupted by...
Say his name and...
He appears, I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
That's right. Joe Hendry has interrupted the system, and he has pretty much laid some trash talk onto Moose and to the other tag teams. And then Eddie Edwards got onto Joe Hendry's face, pretty much calling him nothing more than a joke. And he's not even he's nowhere near he's not an actual legitimate contender. And that next week on Impact, Eddie Edwards is going to wipe that smile off of Joe Hendry's face. And you know what? I love this segment because, yes, please give the man his due. Put Joe Hendry in a better storyline that doesn't involve AJ Francis. And you know what? Him challenging for the world title against Moose, that is perfect. That is the golden opportunity. Don't fuck this up! Juan, what do you think? Joe Hendry in the main event picture for the world title.
Yes.
Yes!
Please.
Please!
We believe! He's inspired us all!
Guys.
We believe in Joe Hendry, goddammit!
His popularity is through the roof right now. He's topped the what? The top 40 list of...
yeah, he's been part of the UK top 40s over the iTunes charts over there just with his entrance theme. Jesus Christ, it's hilarious.
He's gaining a lot of popularity, a lot of momentum. The fans fucking are loving the act. Like, dude, this is the perfect time to put him in the main event.
Right, exactly. It's really the best, you gotta strike while the iron's hot.
Yes, and I hope they don't fuck this up. I really hope so. All right, now let's go ahead and get to the match of the night. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Tell you what. I'm gonna dual task here. I'll work the camera.
It's okay.
All right. The match of the night is just a squash tag team match with the Rascals, who are in action. Zachary Wentz and Trey Miguel. The other tag team, it doesn't matter because they got squashed. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Nothing much else to write home about. The Rascals were able to pick up the victory.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we got to talk about this silly ass segment.
Do we?
It was only a few seconds long, but that's a few seconds of life that I'm never going to get back. And it is a backstage segment with PCO and a very heavy lit room where PCO is shouting, "Steph!" Juan, provide context, please.
Okay, so last week, PCO handed Steph DeLander a black rose, professing his love for her. Without not so much the words, but still. Point is, he basically saying that he's got a crush on her, and this is after she had in the previous week was trying to interfere in a match that PCO was in. He choked her, but then she gave him the harder daddy look. So she kind of brought this on herself. And now he's over here doing Streetcar Named Desire, Marlon Brando style, screaming, "Stella!" But for Steph.
Listen, guys, it was not funny when we saw Kane and AJ Lee and their little angle, or Gene Snitsky and Lita.
No, it wasn't his fault.
Oh, God. What I'm trying to say is, no!
Bro.
No! PCO is in his 50s, guys! The fuck?
No, not just that, just the execution of it. It's too weird. If he sent in the chat, Steve Macklin beating down the Rascals post-match was the only real highlight.
Oh, yeah, that happened too. I'm sorry. I got so turned out by the Rascals. I completely forgot about that. Thank you, Vicente. All right. Now, before we get to the main event, we do have an honorable mention, and that is a one-on-one knockouts match between Jody Threat versus Tasha Steelz, which was pretty solid. It was pretty good. Lars Ulrichsen, who is the front man for Rancid, is trying to is being a mentor for the Spitfire tag team and trying to help build.
Lars Fredrickson,
thank you, was trying to help build some momentum for Spitfire, for Danny Luna and for Jody Threat. Unfortunately, this did not help out, as Tasha Steelz was able to pick up the win against Jody Threat. And you know what? Tasha Steelz has been away for too long, and I'm glad she's able to get a win this time.
Wasn't this win tainted with no, wait, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
Okay, no, my mistake.
And now we get to the main event.
This was the number one contendership match that we were promised last week for the X Division Championship match.
That's right. As the two team members of Speedball Mountain clash to punch their ticket for Against All Odds, as Trent Seven goes one-on-one against Speedball Mike Bailey.
There were no hard feelings involved. It was legitimately just these two guys like, you know what? We won the number one contendership match for ourselves. Let's go ahead and see which of us is the bigger badass, and let's see which of us deserves the title shot. So let's get to it.
It was a fantastic main event. They pulled no punches and no kicks either against each other during this encounter. They were exchanging kicks, they were exchanging chops, they were exchanging right hand blows. They were wrestling. They were also straight up wrestling each other, working their ground game, and they were just going all over the place. And during this match, the X Division champion Mustafa Ali and his security guard team detail were at ringside cheering on for both contenders, saying like, "Yes, win, fulfill your destiny." And I'm like, oh,
it was so bizarre. It was so fucked.
I love it. It was so funny. Yeah, no. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was good until we had some shenaniganry going on.
Yes. The action eventually spilled over at ringside as Trent Seven was getting wailed at by Mike Bailey, and Mike Bailey was trying to go for a running kick, but Trent Seven ducked out of the way, and Mike Bailey accidentally attacked Mustafa Ali at ringside, much to the fans' delight.
Oh, okay. That was kind of sly, but also, take that.
Yeah, I know. At that point, Mike Bailey was just smiling, and so was Trent Seven. Like, you know what? That's cool. Let's continue. And they just kept continuing on.
You know what? Okay, well, that was funny. We're gonna let that slide. Let's go.
They continued on with their match. Mike Bailey was able to hit his spots. He hits a spinning tornado kicks. Trent Seven was able to dodge the ultimate weapon. He hits the burning hammer in the middle of the ring, but only got a 2 count. He hits the 7-star lariat on the ring apron and the burning hammer at the ring apron.
Nice.
But Mike Bailey was able to kick out after that. Mike Bailey was finally able to rebound, and he goes over to the top rope, and he's about to hit his ultimate weapon again. But then Mustafa Ali, looking to get revenge, he struggles, and the referee tries to get him to back off, which provided the window for Champagne Singh to cost Mike Bailey the match, allowing Trent Seven to hit another burning hammer to pin and win. Your winner and challenging for the X Division Championship at Against All Odds, Trent Seven.
God damn it! How the hell did that work out, man? I'm tainting it.
Fucking hell! All this great action, this great main event, all to be fucked up by a little drop of champagne, a little bit of the bubbly. And that pretty much does it. Juan, ring the bell.
Alrighty.
All right. So final thoughts on this week's TNA Impact. Great solid show. Great opening tag match. Happy to see Nick Nemeth back, and he's teaming up with his brother Ryan. That's going to be great. I can't wait to see their tag team chemistry in the ring. And Joe Hendry being slotted into the main event picture. They're putting in the groundwork, and I hope they follow through with it. Joe Hendry deserves it. He's worked his ass off for it. I loved. I'm not buying into the PCO thing with Steph DeLander. I think they need to stop. It's getting bizarre, and it's getting uncomfortable to look.
Yeah, no, Vicente over here saying that their profiles on Cage Match say PCO's 56, while Steph is 27. Angle comes off like intergenerational adult movies.
Oh my god! PCO is 4 years away from hitting 60. What the fuck, guys?
Seriously, dude.
But the main event was definitely worth the wait. I loved seeing Mike Bailey versus Trent Seven. They need to run it again in the future. Now, this week's edition of AEW Dynamite, opening tag match was all right. I'm sorry, me and Juan's contempt for Orange Cassidy will always remain. But the Kyle O'Reilly versus Malachi Black match, that shit was fantastic. That shit was great. I loved it. And the bloodbath afterward. And, of course, Death Triangle coming back. I'll always pop for those guys. I'll always pop for the Lucha Bros. Yes, NXT was wild, Mr. Quake. I believe in that.
Mr. Quake, welcome to Wrestle Rewind. It's good to see you as we're wrapping up.
The main event was also pretty fun. I loved watching Bryan Danielson take on Satnam Singh. It was pretty cool. And I know we ragged on it in the end, but I'm sorry. I popped for the flamethrower. I can't help it. It's a flamethrower.
Yeah, that's your Johnny Knoxville in you.
Yeah, I know. Now, this week's edition of NXT, everything was done to lay in the groundwork for Battleground. Fallon Henley and Jada Parker winning their matches respectively to go to the ladder match. That was pretty good. Let's see here. The main event tag match was fun. Lola Vice finally breaking away from Shayna Baszler so that she can shake her ass whenever she wants to because she's all about having fun while trading hands. That's good. And they're setting up for the NXT Underground match at Battleground. That's gonna be fantastic. Everything else on NXT was solid. And, of course, that's going to do it for this week's folks. On next week's edition of Wrestle Rewind, we will review the main event match for the WWE's King and Queen of the Ring.
As well as
the winners of the King and Queen of the Ring match.
No, Sunday. Also the...
Oh, yeah, and also the main event match of AEW Double or Nothing, the Anarchy in the Arena match as well. It's going to be a loaded Wrestle Rewind next Thursday, and we hope you guys tune in for it. With that being said, Juan, plug us away.
Don't mind if I do. Folks, thank you very much for watching this week's live stream edition of Wrestle Rewind, hosted by Jose Casabona! As he reviews for you the best of the worst of 3 of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today: WWE's NXT, All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite, and Total Lots of Action's TNA Impact. Step up to the ring every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick Live. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become a native vlogger by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/TheRavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and The Ravens Flock.
All right, folks, thank you very much for tuning in to another exciting live edition of Wrestle Rewind. For Mr. Juan Arouse, I'm Jose Casabona, and this is Wrestling.